Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about Infosys verbal test 2 paper. We have around 20 questions. Let us get started with the first question. In the first question, they have given us an argument and a statement. Should new IIT graduates be stopped from working in foreign countries and use their talent for their own country? This is the statement they have given us. And what are they asking us? A statement has been followed by two arguments. Number one and two, you have to decide which of the arguments is strong. So, in the given below two arguments, we need to identify whether one is strong or two is strong. Neither strong, either of one is strong. Okay, so we just need to identify. So, no, everyone has the right to decide their work environment. Second, yes, such people can help nation grow in various fields. So, what is the argument? Should new IIT, the statement given is should new IIT graduates be stopped from working in foreign countries and use their talent for their own country? So, the response for this particular question is no. Everyone has the right to decide their own work environment. Second one is for this particular response, yes, such people can help nation grow in various ways. So in both the given arguments are correct because if you look at the first argument, it says basically we all know everyone we should not stop someone not going to other countries, right? We don't have any right to stop someone and ask them to work here. It is their wish to study and work wherever they like in this world. So that is the first argument. So there is no disagreement with it. Second one, if if they wish to work in our country, then such people can definitely help our nation to grow, right? So we have many examples like that. So people who are working here and helping our countries to grow, people who have created a lot of startups in India and they are contributing to country's growth as well. So here both 1 and 2 are strong from the given argument. Again here you need to understand here they are asking us argument. Argument is different, inference is different, assumption is different. All three are different. Okay, argument is just it is a kind of statement, that's it. But when it comes to assumption, assumption is something different where we derive an assumption from the given statement. But when it comes to inference, it is a judgment or a conclusion that we derive from the given statement. So, argument is different, assumption is different, inference is different. All three are different. Next one, without new generation computer chips made in Japan, the US Department of Defense cannot guarantee precision of its nuclear weapons. If Japan told Washington that it would no longer sell computer chips to United States, the Pentagon would be totally helpless in a dangerous position. Which of the following statements strengthens the argument? So they are asking us here which of the following statements strengthens the argument. That means which supports the given argument. Okay. So let us look at the options. The accuracy of missiles depends on the quality of computers. That is the first option. The Americans can do a little better than depend on the intelligence of other countries. Japan can completely upset the American military balance if it sells its computer chips to Soviet Union instead of US. The Americans have been wise in calling off the arms race. So let us look at the four options. Let's start with option D. If you look at these options, Americans have been wise in calling off the arms race. This particular argument completely is unrelated to uh, given argument. This particular statement is completely irrelevant to the given argument because what are they talking in this particular argument? The argument is between computer chips that is made in Japan versus how it is being utilized. That is the discussion in this particular argument, right? So here it is they are telling Americans have been wise in calling of arms race. But the argument is not discussing about who has won the war or who has strategized better, nothing as such. The argument is more about how well computer chips are utilized uh, for better precision. That is the concept here. Next one, Japan can completely upset the American military balance if it sells its computer chips to Soviet Union instead of US. This particular statement is little deviated from the given argument because here they introduced selling to Soviet Union. It is a new scenario, but it is not given in the argument. It introduces a new scenario. Next one, B. The Americans can do a little better than depend on the intelligence of other countries. So this is also a vague one, does not directly uh, talks about the Japanese chips, right? Here they're talking about the intelligence of other countries, but the passage is about a new generation computer chips that US Department of Defense can guarantee precision of its nuclear weapons. So this is the discussion is all about. So the only statement that strengthens the above argument is the accuracy of missiles depends on the quality of computers. That is what correct, right? So when the computer chips are made of good quality, the precision of missiles, precision or accuracy, more or less same, right? So the precision depends upon the quality of computers, whereas other statements are incorrect in this particular argument. So the answer is A. Next one, striking results have been obtained from investigations of general standard of health of different income groups. Public school boys who overall come from better fed families are taller, heavier, and stronger than secondary school boys. Moreover, infantile death rate among children of laborer was four times as great as it was among the well to do children. It can be inferred from the passage that children from high income groups overrate. Even if poorly fed children are given better diet than they cannot improve. Although nutrition is only one factor of difference, it can be hardly be without significance. Public school boys are given more training and physical activities to become taller and stronger. So if you look at whenever we have a questions like this: what can be inferred from the passage, or what is the argument, which argument is strong, or what weakens the given passage or statement, or what strengthens the given statement. So these are the questions more on a critical reasoning side. So whenever you come across these kind of questions, first try to understand what is the passage is talking about. That is the most important thing. If you are not able to understand what is the given statement or the argument is all about, it is very difficult for us to find out the right answer. Okay, so if you look at here, what does passage talks about? The passage highlights the differences in health of physical development among children, right? Basically, in different income groups. That's what the passage is talking about, right? So, standard of health of different income groups. So, that is what the passage is talking about. So, different income groups, how can we know? Here, public school boys who overall come from better fed families. Better fed families, we can understand it as rich families are taller, heavier, and stronger than secondary school boys. Okay, than secondary school boys. Moreover, infantile death rate among children of laborer we can understand as poorly fed children or lower income class, was 4 times as great as it was among the well-to-do children. So what does it is saying? Infantile death rate among children was 4 times as great as it was among the well-to-do children. That means that infantile death rate is more or less same. It is saying as great as it was among well-to-do children. Well-to-do children are nothing but rich people. So there is no much difference in infantile death rate and well-to-do children rate in well-to-do children and infant rich laborer children. It can be inferred from passage that. So now we need to identify what can we infer from this passage. Okay. So let us look at the first option: children from high income groups overrate. So we here there is nothing like one particular group has been highlighted, right? Here the passage is talking about physical growth development of both income groups. So the passage is not only talking about high income groups. So that is the reason this particular uh, statement is incorrect. Next one: even if poorly fed children are given better diet, they cannot improve. Okay, even if poorly fed children are given better diet, they cannot improve. So, in the given passage, it does not suggest that poorly fed children cannot improve with better nutrition, right? It simply highlights the differences. Again, as I was telling, try to understand what is the passage is talking about. Here, it is not talking about option B. Next one, option C: although nutrition is only one factor of difference, it can hardly be without significance. So, if you look at the passage, what is the whole passage is all about? The difference in income groups between two families. So, why this particular uh, health conditions are different? Because nutrition is one factor of significant factor of difference. It can be hardly without significance. So that is the reason this is the answer here. And next one, public school boys are given more training and physical activities to become taller and stronger. This particular information is not given, because if you look at here, public school boys who overall come from better fed families are taller, heavier, and stronger than secondary school boys. That's it. They have mentioned. They did not mention public school boys are have given training and physical activities. They did not give information regarding that. So that is the reason option D is also eliminated. Okay. So next one we have here, identify the errors. Parents is the pillar of support for the family. So in all the given options, which part of the sentence is incorrect we need to identify. So here we have parents. Always it should be are, because as I already mentioned, whenever you are doing sentence correction question, always identify subject verb agreement. Okay, whether subject is agreeing with the verb or not. In this given statement, parents is, it should be always parents are the pillar of support for the family. So option here the incorrect answer is parents is. Next one, the sun coming out can have a positive effect on you. Identify the error. So here let us see if there is any subject verb disagreement. The sun coming out can have a positive effect on you. So here if we look at here, coming out, positive, affect, only we have these four in the options. We need to see which word is incorrectly placed. Affect, positive, coming out. Coming out, there is nothing wrong. Positive, it is an adjective. Affect. So let us understand the difference between affect and effect. So if you look at the meaning of affect, primarily it is a verb which means to influence. Okay, so the example here is the new policy will affect company's profit. So that means here affect is acting as a verb. Okay, but whereas effect it means a noun, a result or an outcome. Effect is nothing but an outcome. So here you can remember easily, we have a mnemonic here, raven. Remember, affect is a verb, effect is a, excuse me, effect is a noun. So now let us look at the question. The sun coming out can have a positive effect on you, but because when we replace affect with effect, it says about positive outcome. What does it mean? The sun coming out can have a positive outcome on you. That is the meaning. So that is the reason the right use of the word here is effect, not affect. So that is the reason this is the error here. Next one, the government appears to be at war with its own people. Identify the error. So this question we have discussed, I think we got similar question. That is here, first let us check whether subject and verb are agreed or not. The subject is here the government and the verb is appears. Government is singular, appears is verb, singular verb. So subject and verb both are agreed. The government appears to be at war with its own people. As I already discussed, it apostrophe s means it is. That is the contraction of uh, it is. It apostrophe s is the contraction of it is. So, but in the given context, it is the incorrect usage. We should always say it's. Okay, the correct answer should be we should use here Instead of it, it, comma, apostrophe s, we should say its. But they have not given that. Next, she got new friends in college. So they are asking us to correct the sentence here. If you look at in this particular question in the given four options, the tense is varying in all the four options. Okay. She has gotten new friends, she gets new friends, she made new friends. So if you read the option, if you read the question here, she got, the right answer is she got new friends in the college, because it is very straightforward. The moment somebody joins in the college, he or she got new friends. That's it. Now you may have a question, because we cannot use she has gotten new friends in the college. We no need to use present perfect, because we need to use it in simple past, got. Whereas in option 3, she gets new friends in the college. This is not the right context to tell. Present tense is the not the right context to tell for someone who had already got new friends. When it comes to last option, she made new friends in the college. This particular sentence is grammatically correct, but when we compare with she got new friends in the college, we should not use this, because here in the given sentence, get is, what is the past tense of get? Got. So we no need to change the given main verb to another main verb. Okay, if we do not have a option, that is she got new friends in the college, then we can go for fourth option. That is the best possible option in the given sentences. But whereas we have here option 1, we should not choose option 4 here. Okay, so that is the reason option 1 is correct here. Next one, my dog wagged his tail when he met my friend. So here also they are asking us to correct the sentence. My dog, what is the difference? So again, whenever you are doing sentence correction, check whether subject and verb are agreed. My dog wakes. This is incorrect. Either it should be wakes or something else. So the tense is incorrect here. What is the difference in all the four options? My dog wagged his tail when met my friend. My dog wagged his tail when he meet my friend. My dog wagged his tail while meeting my friend. So the correct answer is A. My dog wagged his tail when he met my friend, because wagged is the past tense. In the given question, they have mentioned met, right? What does met mean? Met is in past tense, so we have to use past verb here. So that is the reason my dog wagged his tail when he met my friend. Okay. Next question. The pair of tweezers owned by Ria is rusty. So we don't say pair. What is pair? Pair of tweezers owned by Ria are rusty. Pair of tweezers owned by Ria are pair of tweezers. So we don't say pair. We always say pair. So now either one or three should be correct. But what is the difference? Is are. Which one should be correct? It should be is. The reason, the pair of teachers, it is a collective noun. So whenever we use collective noun as subject, we use singular verb. So that is the reason the pair of tweezers owned by Ria is collective. Is rusty. Here we are using collective noun. We need to consider collective noun as singular. So that is the reason we need to use singular verb. Next one, administrative officials should learn to dash jobs to avoid being trapped in minor management details.
What does delegate mean? Delegate is nothing but to
To
divide
divide
the
the uh,
to
to
divide
divide
to
to
divide
divide
the
the
task.
tasks.
A
A
manager
manager
delegates
delegates
his
his
work
work
to
to
employees.
employees.
That
That
is
is
the
the
meaning
meaning
of
of
delegate.
delegate.
Venerate
Venerate
means
means
respect.
respect.
Next
Next
one,
one,
what
what
is
is
the
the
meaning
meaning
of
of
converge?
converge?
Means
Means
together.
together.
Okay.
Okay.
Converge
Converge
means
means
together.
together.
Procrastinate
Procrastinate
to
to
delay.
delay.
Okay.
Okay.
We
We
say
say
procrastination.
procrastination.
Okay.
Okay.
To
To
delay
delay
or
or
postpone.
postpone.
That
That
is
is
the
the
meaning.
meaning.
So
So
in
in
the
the
given
given
options,
options,
obviously
obviously
A
A
is
is
correct.
correct.
Delegate.
Delegate.
Administrative
Administrative
officials
officials
should
should
learn
learn
to
to
delegate
delegate
jobs
jobs
to
to
avoid
avoid
being
being
trapped
trapped
in
in
minor
minor
management
management
details.
details.
So
So
they
they
should
should
be
be
good
good
at
at
delegating
delegating
the
the
jobs.
jobs.
Delegating
Delegating
the
the
jobs
jobs
are
are
nothing
nothing
but
but
how
how
to
to
divide
divide
the
the
given
given
job.
job.
Next
Next
one,
one.
so
So
the
the
answer
answer
is
is
here
here
delegate.
delegate.
Okay.
Okay.
Next
Next
one,
one.
if
If
the
the
dog
dog
is
is
allowed
allowed
to
to
party
party
with
with
certain
certain
stuffed
stuffed
toys,
toys,
it
it
may
may
dash.
dash.
Okay.
Okay.
First
First
one
one
is
is
construe.
construe.
Next
Next
one
one
is
is
engender.
engender.
Next
Next
one
one
is
is
sq.
SQ.
Fourth
Fourth
one
one
is
is
diverge.
diverge.
What
What
does
does
construe
construe
means?
means?
It
It
means
means
to
to
interpret
interpret
or
or
understand
understand
something
something
in
in
a
a
particular
particular
way.
way.
That
That
is
is
the
the
meaning
meaning
of
of
construe.
construe.
Construe
Construe
is
is
nothing
nothing
but
but
interpretation.
interpretation.
What
What
does
does
interpretation
interpretation
means?
means?
The
The
way
way
you
you
understand
understand
is
is
nothing
nothing
but
but
interpretation.
interpretation.
Next
Next
one,
one,
engender.
engender.
Engender,
Engender,
which
which
means
means
to
to
give
give
rise
rise
to
to
a
a
particular
particular
feeling.
feeling.
That
That
is
is
the
the
meaning
meaning
of
of
engender.
engender.
Okay.
Okay.
Give
Give
rise
rise
to
to
particular
particular
feeling
feeling
or
or
particular
particular
outcome
outcome
or
or
any
any
condition
condition
that
that
has
has
given
given
rise
rise
to.
to.
That
That
is
is
the
the
meaning
meaning
of
of
engender.
engender.
Okay.
Okay.
Next
Next
one
one
is
is
SQ.
SQ.
SQ
SQ
means
means
deliberately
deliberately
avoid
avoid
something.
something.
Like,
Like,
for
for
example,
example,
um,
um,
you
you
are
are
intentionally
intentionally
avoiding
avoiding
something.
something.
That
That
is
is
the
the
meaning
meaning
of
of
SQ.
SQ.
Next
Next
one
one
is
is
diverge.
diverge.
As
As
we
we
all
all
know,
know,
diverge
diverge
means
means
separating,
separating,
okay,
okay,
or
or
move
move
in
in
different
different
directions.
directions.
That is
That
the
is the
meaning
meaning
of
of
diverge.
diverge.
So
So
here,
here,
the
the
appropriate
appropriate
option
option
would
would
be,
be,
what is
what
the
is the
context
context
here?
here?
If
If
the
the
dog
dog
is
is
allowed
allowed
to
to
play
play
with
with
certain
certain
stuffed
stuffed
toys,
toys,
it
it
may.
may.
So
So
let's
let's
say
say
dog
dog
has
has
played
played
with
with
certain
certain
toys.
toys.
Obviously,
Obviously,
it
it
feels
feels
that
that
excitement,
excitement,
right?
right?
Or
Or
it
it
gets
gets
that
that
rise
rise
of
of
emotion.
emotion.
So
So
that
that
is the
is the
reason
reason
here
here
the
the
appropriate
appropriate
option
option
or
or
appropriate
appropriate
word
word
would
would
be
be
engender,
engender,
which
which
means
means
to
to
give
give
rise
rise
to a
to a
particular
particular
feeling.
feeling.
Next
Next
one,
one,
high
high
prices
prices
keep
keep
out
out
of the
of the
masses
masses
and
and
justify
justify
high
high
taxes
taxes
in a
in a
vicious
vicious
circle
circle
that
that
raises
raises
transaction
transaction
costs
costs
and
and
dash
dash
in
in
the
the
economy.
economy.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
here
here
we
we
have
have
pretty
pretty
common
common
words:
words:
inefficiencies,
inefficiencies,
insufficiencies,
insufficiencies,
inconsistencies,
inconsistencies,
irregularities.
irregularities.
So
So,
what
what
would be
would
the
be the
direct
direct
word
word
here?
here?
They are
They are
talking
talking
about
about
keep
keep
out
out
masses
masses
and
and
justify the
justify the
high
high
taxes
taxes
in
in
a
a
vicious
vicious
circle
circle
that
that
raises
raises
transactional
transactional
cost
cost
and
and
inefficiencies,
inefficiencies,
right?
right?
Because they
Because
are
they are
talking
talking
about
about economy. So when we are talking about economy, we usually talk about efficiency and transaction costs. So that is the reason here inefficiency. How does this particular word fits to the context? Because they are talking about increased transaction cost that is harming the economy. So that is the reason inefficiencies in the economy. Next, we have a reading comprehension. Shakespeare is known as one of the okay, as I already mentioned, try to read the questions so that you will have some understanding. What is the primary theme of Shakespeare's comedy? They are asking us here the primary theme. Which characters are examples of Shakespeare's use of lower class for comedic effect? And the next question is which technique is evident in Much Ado Nothing? Much Ado About Nothing. What does the happy ending in Shakespeare comedies usually involve? And the next one is why are Shakespeare's comedies treasured? That is the next question. Okay. Now let us read the passage here. Shakespeare is known as one of the world's greatest playwrights. He has written tragedies, histories, and sonnets, but one of the Shakespeare's greatest talents was writing comedies. He used many techniques when writing a comedy, and some of these seem to be consistent throughout his comedies. One of the first techniques that should be discussed is the subject matter of Shakespeare's comedies. Shakespeare always uses love and marriage as the content for his comedies. This can be seen in the comedies Much Ado About Nothing, As You Like It, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and The Teaming of the Shrew, where the characters fall in love and get married. Another technique that Shakespeare incorporates into his comedies is the use of lower class for comedy. Shakespeare tends to poke fun at the lower class and make them into fools in his comedies. An example of this is Much Ado Nothing, where Shakespeare has the Constable Dogberry and his foolish assistant Verges run around acting like they are riding horses. Another example of Shakespeare's use of lower class comedy is in the Taming of the Shrew. In that comedy, Shakespeare makes Petruchino's servants bumbling and incompetent. Next one. The use of eavesdropping is another very important device in Shakespeare's comedies. This technique plays a major role in Much Ado Nothing, where it is used to get Benedict and Beatrice together. Also, it is used considerably as in You Like It. The last the last technique is the one everyone knows and loves, the happy ending. Shakespeare consistently has a happy ending in his comedies. These happy endings usually involve the lovers finally getting together and getting married after they have solved the problem that had been keeping them apart. This can be seen in Much Ado About Nothing, where the situation between Claudio and Hero was cleared up and they weren't able to marry. Also, Benedict Beatrice were able to marry with the help of their friends who showed them how they truly felt about each other. Similar situations occur in Shakespeare's other plays, the overall result being a touching and enjoyable ending to the comedy. As it can be seen, Shakespeare was an excellent comedy writer. He used many techniques in his comedies. Often these techniques would be reused in other comedies. With such skill in writing these plays and the intuitive use of these techniques, it is no wonder why we treasure Shakespeare comedies. What is the primary theme of Shakespeare comedy? So, if we look at what is the primary theme here, what are the options given here? Love and marriage, social hierarchy, political turmoil, revenge. So, we could not, we did not come across anything about social hierarchy or political turmoil or revenge. Mostly, it is talking about love and marriage. Where can we find that particular thing? One of the first techniques that should be discussed in subject matter Shakespeare. Yeah, here we can see Shakespeare always uses love and marriage as the content for his comedies. Here the keyword is always. Always uses love and marriage as his content. So that is the reason here primary theme is love and marriage always. Which characters are examples of Shakespeare use of the lower class for comedic effect? Lower class. Let us find the keyword lower class. Lower class. Yeah, here we can see. Another technique that Shakespeare incorporates into his comedies is the use of lower class comedy. Shakespeare tends to poke fun at the lower class and make them into fools in his comedies. An example is that Much Ado About Nothing, where Shakespeare has the constable Dogberry and his foolish assistant Verges run around acting like they are riding horses. So, this is the example Dogberry and Verges in Much Ado Nothing. Next one is which technique is evident in Much Ado Nothing? So here they are talking about Much Ado Nothing, where Shakespeare has constable. Another example of Shakespeare use of lower class comedy is in Taming the Shrew. In that comedy, Shakespeare makes Petruchio's servants bumbling and incompetent. The use of eavesdropping is another very important device in Shakespeare comedies. This technique plays a major role in Much Ado Nothing. So, what is the technique used? Eavesdropping in Much Ado Nothing. So, that is the reason option A is correct. Next one, what does happy ending in the Shakespeare comedies usually involve? What does What does the happy ending in Shakespeare comedies usually involve? Okay, so if you remember, there was a thing, he used many techniques in his comedies where happy ending. Let us find the keyword happy ending. The last technique is one everyone knows and loves happy ending. Shakespeare consistently has happy ending. These happy endings usually involve lovers finally getting together and getting married as they have solved a problem. So which means they involve in weddings. Next one is why are Shakespeare's comedies treasured? Why are Shakespeare's comedies treasured? The as we know the passage talks about the use of various comedy techniques that makes Shakespeare comedies enjoyable and treasured, right? So why all these have been done for entertaining use of comedic devices. So that is the only point, right? There is no he is not focusing on tragic elements or further betrayal things. So all these techniques are used for entertaining. So that is the reason. Option A. The whole passage is talking about Comedies, not the tragic elements or serious themes or betrayal theme. The whole passage is talking about comedy elements. So that is the reason option A is correct. Next one is choirs. Uh, Here the synonyms and antonyms. So here they are asking us synonym. Persuade, as we already discussed in one of the test papers in test 1, persuade is nothing but to convince someone of what you believe. That is nothing but persuade. Force, as you all know. Cajole, cajole also means to persuade someone through flattery. What is the meaning of flattery? Flattery means false praise. Again, this is also persuading. Charm, to delight someone. Okay. So, what is the meaning of coerce? Coerce is nothing but force someone to do something. That is the meaning of coerce. So, that is the reason here the appropriate word is force. Next one, benevolent. Here they are asking us antonym. So, as if you look at here, the root word bene means kind. Okay. So, antonym of benevolent, obviously it should be opposite. For example, if you look at in the given four options, caring, generous, kind, all three are positive words. So obviously the one word which, even though you may not be aware of the meaning of the word malevolent, it should be the answer, because benevolent means kind, which means positive. Kind, generous, caring, all three are positive words. Malevolent means something negative. Okay, that is the reason here the answer is malevolent. Malevolent means someone who has bad intentions. Okay, we call them as malevolent. So if you look at the root word in malevolent, that is mal means bad, malfunction, malnutrition. All these in all these words, the first word is mal, which means bad. Okay. Next one of synonym, scarce. Scarce, you all know scarcity, which means rare. Here, abundant, plentiful, bountiful, all are positive words, which means many, right? Sorry, the only meaning of scarce is rare. I think we have come to the end of the discussion. Here we will close the session. Thank you.
Okay, next we have English grammar test. Let us start solving the question. Let us just briefly read the question. Success in any field depends upon dash and determination. Individuals who are dash to learn new skills often achieve their goals. To succeed, it is important to dash challenges as opportunities. Additionally, seeking from dash from mentors or experts can provide valuable insights. Remember, a positive mindset can dash great results. So the first blank here is uh, success in any field depends on dash and determination. We have determination as a positive word. So in the given option, the positive word is dedication, whereas other words are negative words, laziness, procrastination. Next, moving ahead to next question. Individuals who are dash to learn new skills. So this is very obvious option. Individuals who are open to learning new skills. Next question. To succeed, it is important to which one? View challenges as opportunities, right? We have to view challenges as opportunities. We should not avoid challenges. We should not ignore challenges. It is important to it is fear is also inappropriate here. So the appropriate option is, it is important to view challenges as opportunities. Additionally, seeking dash from mentors. Additionally, seeking help from mentors or experts can provide valuable insights. Remember, a positive mindset can achieve a positive mindset can, here the appropriate word is ensure. It's not achieve or inspire, because the what is the conclusion statement it is saying? Remember, a positive mindset can give great results. So it is like ideally giving. That means it is ensuring great results. The reason why we don't use achieve or inspire, we use achieve when there is some win that happened. Then in that case, we say achieve. Or uh, when it comes to inspire also, the context is very different. So when someone inspires, we use inspire word. But here in the given context, because of above reasons, a positive mindset can ensure great results.